Hey everyone, this is JCS StarCraft bringing you Game 3 of the Zotac Weekly Cup number 18, the finals, this time between MorroW as the Teal Zeren and LucifroN as the Yellow Terran, fighting here on Scrap Station. MorroW is currently up 2-0, and LucifroN, last time picked Steps of War, was unfortunately, had a timing attack pushed against him, wasn't able to hold it off, and I think loser picked, so this time picking Scrap Station to fight against. Should be a pretty interesting battle. LucifroN opting this time for a longer rush distance, does not want to be rushed. I think wants to try to play out to the mid and late game as much as possible. I know that LucifroN, or at least from what I read, kind of like going that one racks fast expand early on. Might have been changing his play recently, might be favoring to really establish more of the one get settled into the one base first before taking that expansion, to hold off any sort of early pressure. So right now both players looks like they're going to be going with the standard, nothing crazy going on, no crazy proxy barracks or anything crazy like that, and barracks going down at 12. We should see refineries from both players going down at 13 as well. Thought I saw some sort of and here comes the scout for LucifroN. LucifroN is a player from Spain, was active in Warcraft 3 and has made his transition over to StarCraft 2. MorroW, on the other hand, is a player who hails from Sweden and was a Brood War player, Terran Brood War player, and now also a Terran StarCraft 2 player. Both players very, very strong, very active in the beta as well. They are both currently among the top 16 players battling out at the IEM Season 5 Challenge, the biggest prize pool for StarCraft 2 up until now. Probably, I think, $15,000 in prizes, $5,000 for the winner. And LucifroN was one of the invitees. MorroW is actually a replacement. I guess he was on the wait list. I think MorroW thinking about taking that second gas from him. Gas, very, very important for the Terran player who is going to be going. It looks like LucifroN will be going 1-1-1. And Tech Lab already going down for him. MorroW, meanwhile, does have just a single refinery, going to be pumping out a few more Marines. Looks like, yes, once he gets that 100, it's going to be throwing down the factory as well. So we should be an interesting battle between the two this time. The first game, MorroW decided to go with a heavy Marauder build, really the MM&M, like massive MM&M, so MM&M, and LucifroN went for the tech build. There's just a lot of tanks and supplemented by the M&M. So it should be interesting to see what each player does this time. MorroW slightly ahead, threw down this factory first, now getting his second refinery a little bit later. And Marauder coming out for LucifroN at this point. And I'm just going to vamp at this point because there's not that much going on. Scrap Station, kind of a really long and wide map. Going to be moving looks like he doesn't want to be scanned. So he's just going to shift everything over. Doesn't want his opponent to really think and see what he's about to go for. Nothing out of the ordinary. The starport is already going down. Scan does go down. Let's see if LucifroN was able to see anything. Nope. Good move by MorroW. Moving everything over just a little bit, so his opponent is frustrated now and probably wants to send something in there to see. He's going to be throwing down his starport out as well. And LucifroN, realizing what his opponent did, is going to do the same. Is this landing? No, or maybe this factory is just going to go across. Nope, it is going to land. He's going to throw it down with the reactor. So pumping out some Hellions and getting there to do some harass there as well. Meanwhile, this factory is running around too. Both players just trying to psych each other out in the scan game, repositioning everything. The Raven is coming out, so I think MorroW does suspect that his opponent will be going Banshees again. And let's see if LucifroN does do that at this point. Looking at the production tab, Stim being researched by LucifroN, and on the flip side, that Raven is popping out. Okay, so a lot of movement on the bases, trying to set things up with each other. So it looked like the reactor is going down for, nope, it's going to be the reactor 4, so probably MMM, and this factory now becomes some... The factories are going to meet in the middle. They should have a good laugh. There we go. Can they bump? It'd be great if they collided, but no, they just kind of passed through there. The physics a little bit weird on that end. It'd be cool if you could do some sort of air battles with your factories and bump them into each other. had them clang and everything like that too. But I'm sure that'd be a pain in the butt for Blizzard people to deal with real physics of the buildings. So it'd be great if they just landed in. Oh, MorroW doesn't want this in his base, so he's just gonna try to drive it out. LucifroN wasn't able to see very much. Meanwhile, MorroW's factory has the upper hand. So MorroW, oh, and LucifroN has his 2 medvacs out. Is gonna be going across the map, going to be doing some sort of drop right now, which allowed MorroW to kind of scout with his factory scout, and so his factory scout won the battle. But here we go, units all over the place in the base and trying to go out. MorroW, realizing what is going on, has to pull out his SCVs, wants to use them as fodder to absorb the damage while he deals damage to the other side. Raven out here too, and LucifroN finally, now his factory is getting revenge for earlier, wants to sneak in, wants to get in on this battle as well. If he landed this, he's trying to see high ground, of course, but if he landed it and try to drive some firing away from there, now going to be retreating actually, because why? Why is he retreating? I'm not 100% sure why he's retreating, but he is retreating, or kind of going to route around somewhere else. Land the factory. I want to see Hellions coming out of that factory. Not going to happen, of course. And now just healing up in the corner. Do the units? Does he see it? Does MorroW see it? Now he does, and now he realizes what's about to happen to him. A small little rogue unit in the base. These medvacs are starting to run low on their mana, so a good amount. Looking at the income tab, MorroW is getting his economy attacked, but is able to repel this pretty well. The Vikings are already up in the air. Now the objectives are going to go down, and unfortunately that push by LucifroN, although he was able to take out a big chunk of those SCVs, and right now does have a significant advantage against his opponent. But army size wise, now trying to bulk up by building more barracks and getting his expansion. MorroW does see that, so he's going to fly his guy away, and now he's landed. Here we go, landed factory, going to be pumping out some Hellions right next to his base. Hopefully he can get out several of them, but MorroW now starting to look quite a bit stronger. Has that Raven, has the Vikings to take out some of the medvacs in the air, and right now trying to play catch up as much as he can. He knows that he is behind economically, and here come the little Hellions going to be coming out and trying to fry more SCVs. Going to go in for a scout. This factory again caught off a little bit. Probably not the best landing position, and that is going to go down in the red already, just going down in flames. Going to go kabloom. And where did that? I guess meanwhile, it looks like something died. The Hellion met its untimely death somewhere. Looks like that was the Hellion's death right there. Looking at the income tab, LucifroN is up and has his expansion, so was now able to take out that factory in the air as well. LucifroN does not have as many units, so I guess he unfortunately was spending time building these Raxes, and this is not going to be looking good for him. His army is significantly behind right now. If MorroW pushes through this rocks, which it looks like it will go down soon, this is a tiny army right here, and MorroW just has a significant number of more ground forces and going to be going pretty much all in at this point. He doesn't have that many SCVs to spare. He only has 26 out on the field, and that mining number is going to go down. I don't know if the harvesters are actually actively harvesting or just harvesters that he's made. It looks like just harvesters that he's made, but this might be the all-in for him, and LucifroN coming out now too. So the SCV is trying to act as front fire. A ton of medvacs going down, the Vikings in the air, but the ground forces of MorroW going to just stampede over everything else, and LucifroN has to GG at that point. Another great push and timing attack from MorroW came in while his opponent was building structures, so unfortunately for LucifroN, that was game. Tried to hold out, knew that he had the advantage, but his opponent just realized that, he basically had to move all in at that point, otherwise he'd just be behind all game. And good attack by MorroW, able to attack his opponent. Now has won 3-0, so MorroW wins the Zotac Cup number 18. Great win for him, and looking forward to the two of these competitors in the IEM challenge. This has been JCS StarCraft, and I'm signing off.